Look what I've got. It's not new in box, but everything's here. This is a Tokyo Marui spring action SMG Uzi. This is their, again, it's a spring cocking model, not their electric one. And everything's here in the box. I believe all the paperwork, but the accessories, the BBs that came with it are still in there. But I'm going to do you one better on top of that. Another one. That's right. I have two of these spring cocking Uzis. This one, I believe, is a TM. And now the one in the box, I'm not quite sure about, but we're going to take a closer look at these and see if I can divinate anything. Alright, so let me just show you the one I have out of the box. I'll just take you a quick tour around the gun. So, it's all black. There are some steel parts here, like thankfully the sling loop is steel. There's some steel hardware bounds, and then there's also plastic hardware. I'm not sure if the stock, but it feels like plastic. Yeah, that's definitely plastic. There's some markings there. Pretty cool. This one's made in Japan. This one has the marking for it on there. I think there's an ASGK marking on here too. But again, sling loop, and then you got your sling hook in the back. Coming around to the front, this one looks to be on its kind of last legs, doesn't it? I'm gonna have to glue that together. And then I believe the barrel actually just like unscrews right off if you want. I'm not sure why, but yep, you just turn it and then it pulls off. Like, how close to it? Right there, yep. So there are some slots right here. There's a little bridge right here, and then the inside of the barrel. So that's that. Nothing terribly interesting. Maybe they had like a design for a suppressor for it or something. I really have no idea. And you just push it back in after finding that sweet spot. And that's all you can do with the barrel. Front sight is actually adjustable for windage. You can turn it with your finger to the left or the right. I'm not sure if it's like a 360 degree. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, well. Looks like it isn't too much, but again, it's better than nothing, right? And then your cocking handle, which is unfortunately plastic, although it does have a steel flathead screw. The whole cocking mechanism is like a real one in that there's a lid, there's the cocking handle itself, and then there's this middle piece, which is its own little deal. If you used a spring Uzi before, then you know that only one of them does anything different. That's the safety. Otherwise, these two just allow you to fire, but yeah, plastic trigger. Working magazine release. Non-functional grip safety, but it's still there. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yep. And then we have a serial number, which I'm not sure if it's unique, and then it has the ASGK marking on it. Coming around the back, we have our stock, which I will show you shortly. So it's got 2-position elevation, and then there's no windage adjustment, but thankfully we have that all the way up front. So technically we do have almost full adjustment here. And then for elevation, you could just use like a lighter or heavier pellet weight. So I mean, you've got options for this, but it's not exactly, we don't get the full package here, unfortunately. So alright, now I'm going to show you the cool part, which is the folding stock. So I had no idea how to do an Uzi stock before I got my hands on one of these. This particular one I've had sitting in the crawl space for like 2 years now, but now I'm finally gonna, it took me a while to learn, and I'm gonna teach you. So this big button here, just push the middle button, like so. Push it firmly, and then you're gonna, this part's gonna come out, and then you bend out the back part. That locks in, this locks in. Unfolding it is a lot easier than folding it, I'll tell you that much. So, and then here's the underside. It's all plastic, but it's pretty sturdy. I mean, it's not super tough, but it's definitely not a a little mini LPEG Uzi. those are really fragile. And then if you want to do it back up, all you gotta do is just first you're gonna start with a button right here. There's this little slide or spring-loaded tab. Where is it? Right here. You're just gonna push that to the right, and then that's gonna fold up. And then you're gonna press that main button again, and then that's gonna start coming down. Now here's the tricky part. You want to make sure that you load the first half of it up to this ledge here first. So I'm going to do it like this, firmly, and then I'm going to bring up the back of the stock. And you have to do it in that order, otherwise, because this part grips onto that ledge too, so it's not going to, this part of the stock isn't going to go all the way up into here, because this part of the stock is already blocking that tab. So I'll just show it to you right now. Okay, so locked in my, there we go. Oh, damn it, come on. Okay. See, it's not gonna go in. It's not happening. So you gotta put this side in, and then it locks up with this side, and then you gotta kind of, there we go, make sure it goes all the way in, and then oh, come on. This one's kind of fussy. The other one in the box isn't quite this bad, but yep. So that's the folding stock. See, it's hanging in there. It's got a fake bayonet lug, which doesn't actually fit a real M9 or M7 bayonet, unfortunately. But build quality wise, I'm not sure what these retailed for, but I mean nowadays they'd probably be like $150 plus shipping from like Rainbow 8 or something, whoever would still carry them. So these aren't very economical springers at all, but they do look really good. So I think a collector would have, or like a film prop, would find more value out of these. But I am a collector, so I bought two of them, not simultaneously. So yep, they do have very impressive build quality. The plastic has like an almost bluing or blue finish to it, especially on the other unit. But so really, that's all that I have to show you for the build quality. Now we can move on to a brief demonstration of firing. There we go. Or not. Okay, so I'm not sure what's wrong with this one, but I'm pretty sure it'll feed with gravity. So I'm just gonna cock it upside down. Now, since this has a hop up, I'm using .20s. So we're gonna see what the .20s can do. Wow, 255. .318. There's something really strange about this gun that TM did with their AR-15 too, and that's you can press the handguard forward and then pump it back, kind of like a daisy. And that's the sound they both make, but nothing came out of that one. So it's pump action too. So it might, that would make it a lot more competitive. Really, it would. Alright, well, that's all I'm going to do with this one. We're going to move on to the unboxing. Okay, so all the paperwork is here, which I will scan for you and put up. So here is the box, what remains of it. We have the magazine here, which we are very familiar with. Okay, put that off to the side. I think this is just a sticker. This bit right here. I don't think that actually comes off to reveal anything, and I don't want to futz with it because it just kind of goes back in. So I'm just gonna leave it there. We got our BBs. And I have a box of Tokyo Marui BBs, but like I said, the logo is like way different. It's way off. These are white. I have no idea what weight they are. They're probably 0.12. And then finally, we have our Uzi, which, other than the markings, appears to be exactly identical. I think the folding stock on this one, from what I've played around with it already, is just a bit more solid. It might be newer, or just less used. See, this one locks up right on the first try. No orange tip on this one either. And the only difference, again, is just that the doesn't say made in Japan. It just says Israel. I mean, technically that would be more authentic, but at the same time, this one has an ASGK marking on it too, though. I will say that. Yep. And this one's got a warning label on it. And this one has a much more intense, really only in person, it's got a more intense blued finish to it. So that's that. And then again, the pump action on this one, I swear, it's like they're malfunctioning. See? I mean, it sounds a little bit different, but it still sounds pretty rough. Make sure I didn't have the safety on. So, hardware color on this one is also just a little bit different, but otherwise, again, they are functionally the same, as far as I'm aware. Although we have one thing left to look at, and that is the nice little novelty de-jamming rod, which is literally just a cut-off piece of plastic. See, it's just a cut piece of plastic rod. And that's it. The box is now completely empty. And then they have the word, oh Jesus, it's probably really bright for you guys, UZI on it. So, I think that's just a marking for the styrofoam. So, what else do I have to show you guys? All right, we still have to get the working magazine. Let's see if those BBs I was using earlier. Let's see if the BBs are bad or just the magazine was bad. I wanna figure that out. All right, here we go. We loaded it. These are Crossman .20s. Let's see if these fare any better. They always have in my other guns. I'm really mashing that follower release. Okay, that sounded like it loaded. 259. 255. Oh, what's going on now? Oh. 260. So this one's shooting about, and this is the one we didn't unbox. This one's going at about 260 FPS with a .20. So it's probably going to be like 320, 330 with a .12. So very much suited for .20 gram pellets. Now let's try out the other one. .219. 226, 219, and 219. So these are both pretty consistent. really consistent actually, but I already forgot what the other one was shooting at, so I think the first one was a bit more powerful than the other one. The made in Japan, the loose one I had. So, but either way, I mean, these would be really good plinkers, and I think they'd probably dominate a Springer war, to be honest. I mean, these have full adjustment. They don't have a rail, but these could definitely hold their own. I don't know what the range is, but I mean, at the range most Springers would shoot at each other, that would certainly be achievable, especially considering that they have a hop-up and then adjustable sights. So we've gone over quite a bit, haven't we? I'm sorry I dragged out this video. I wasn't expecting half of the issues that happened, but you know, we went through the magazine, we went through an unboxing, we went through shooting. What do I think of the Tokyo Marui spring Uzis that I have here? I think the pump action is a cool cell, but it just feels really rough, like it's gonna break. They are very detailed. I don't know how accurate the trademarks are, but the folding stock is cool and stable. I really appreciate that. Pump action's pretty easy. Adjustable sights. So for a Springer, I'd say these are definitely near the top of the bar, but the magazine could have used a little work. I don't like that it doesn't have a locking tab at the top of it. Good materials all around. Japanese ABS plastic and then plenty of steel. Good FPS. I mean, these would be really good in a field war or a Springer field war or CQB. Very versatile due to their length and their output power. Oh, the rear sling point is steel, by the way, too. That's cool. But I really do like the look of these. I think the Uzi is a very cool gun, especially the full-sized one. So, out of 10, relative to other Springers, I'd probably give these an 8 or a 9. And they get bonus points because of how just incredibly detailed the Tokyo Marui finish is. Like I said, the one we unboxed has like an almost blued finish to it. Looks very realistic, and maybe I'll take one of these apart someday. I mean, I've got another one right here. I mean, why not? So, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you liked seeing these guns. I got the boxed one for $60, by the way. Can you fucking believe that?
Too late now.